Hi, I am Sanjay Patel. Today we are going to derive polar equation of circles in different forms. So let us start with the first result. Say theorem 1. Prove that the polar equation of a circle with center c into bracket rho comma alpha and radius is a greater than 0, that is positive real number, is given by r square minus 2r rho into cos of theta minus alpha plus rho square minus a square is equal to 0. Okay. So let us prove this. In order to prove, I will consider first of all the polar coordinate system. You know what is there in the polar coordinate system? Just we have one pole and a initial line. So let us start with the initial line. So consider a ray like this. Say, let me take yes. Okay. No, not proper. Let us consider a ray okay, and suppose this is pole and this ray OX is the initial line. Now let us consider some circle in this polar coordinate system. So I am taking a circle, say like this. Consider a circle, okay, and the center of the circle is say C, which I am taking as some point here, say here. The coordinates of this point are rho and alpha. So what is this rho and alpha? This rho and alpha are this thing. Let me show you by, if we join this, the center and this pole, then we have this this distance CO or OC is equal to rho, and this angle made by this line segment OC with the initial line is alpha. Okay. Now to obtain the equation of this circle, polar equation of this circle, we take a variable point on this line, on this circle. You know, in a Cartesian system, whenever you want to derive equation of any object, you always take a variable point, say p of x comma y, something like that. So here I take a variable point p r of p into bracket r comma theta. So let me write this way. Say consider a point, say somewhere here, it can be anywhere, say p r comma theta. This is anywhere on this circle. Okay. So r and theta are variable, they are not fixed. Here rho and alpha are fixed, they are constants. And since P is on the circle, if you join this P and C, what you will get is radius of this circle. The line segment joining this C and P is the radius of the circle, and we are given that the radius of the circle is small a. Now, what is r and theta? To understand that, I join this point P and the pole O. So let us start with this point and join this with this point P. So in this case, we have this thing, that is line segment OP is equal to R, and this angle, that is POX, is equal to theta. So it is obvious that the angle between these two, that is OC and OP, that is angle POC, is theta minus alpha. So we have this triangle OPC. Fine. Now in this triangle OPC, you know the cosine rule for triangle. Let me explain the cosine rule here. Say, suppose you have triangle ABC, okay, triangle ABC, okay, and what we do is we call the side opposite to angle A as small a, side opposite to B as small b, and this as small c. And if you want to write a cosine rule for the angle A, just remember that we have to take the sum of the squares of these two adjacent sides, that is AB and AC. So the cos of A is B square plus C square minus the opposite side square, that is minus A square, upon 2 times B into C, that is the product of the two adjacent sides. So I am going to use this cosine rule for deriving this equation. So first of all, let me write the construction part. Let P r comma theta be any point on the required circle, okay. So from the above figure, we have in triangle OPC, we have the cos of the angle POC, okay, that is the angle O, you know well. Say this angle POC, we are talking about this angle, is equal to, let me show you here, this angle POC is equal to OP square plus OC square minus PC square. So let us write here OP square plus OC square minus CP square upon 2 times OP into OC. And we know all these values. So I am writing that this implies cos of, what is the angle POC? See here, this angle POC is this theta minus alpha. It is this theta minus alpha. So I am writing here, it is theta minus alpha. This is equal to OP square. What is OP square? OP square is R square, and OC square is rho square, and CP is the radius. So this is R square plus rho square minus a square, Cp is equal to radius, upon 2 times r into rho. That's all. So just simplifying this, taking the cross multiplication, what we get is the required equation. So I can write this as r square plus rho square minus a square, okay, is equal to 2r into rho into cos of theta minus alpha. And rewriting it in a proper way, r square minus 2r into rho into cos of theta minus alpha plus rho square minus a square is equal to 0. And this is the required equation. So, which is the required equation, or the required polar equation of a circle. Okay. Now from this polar equation, what I want to explain is what can be a general form of the polar equation of a circle. We have obtained a particular, when a center and radius is given, you can write the equation, polar equation like this. Okay. So this is the main equation. Now let me explain. Say if I simplify this, say, let me write as a note, it is not a part of this result. If I simplify this equation, what I will get is r square minus 2r rho into cos theta into cos alpha, just using the cos alpha minus beta formula, plus sin theta into sin alpha plus rho square minus a square equal to 0. Remember that this rho and a both are constants. So this is a constant, and other thing here is this rho and cos alpha, and this rho into sin alpha is also constant. So I can rewrite this equation. As r square minus 2r into rho cos alpha. That rho into cos alpha I am replacing by g, I am calling it g, into cos theta, plus rho into sin alpha, I am calling it f, into sin theta, and plus this thing rho square minus a square is again a constant, I am calling c. So this is our another equation. And here let me write what is the meaning of this g and f and c, where g is equal to rho into cos alpha, f is equal to rho into sin alpha, and c is equal to rho square minus a square. So you can think that if you have equation of a circle, then you can write like this. So, but the question arises, if you take an equation of this form, is it always a circle? Then the answer is not always. It represents a circle only if some condition is satisfied. What is that condition? And that we can think like this. Here we have c is equal to rho square minus a square, which I can write as a square is equal to rho square minus c. And what is a? A is the radius. So we know that for a circle, the radius must be positive. So as a is positive, we must have rho square minus c also positive. Okay. But what is the meaning of rho square minus c is positive? Okay. That I can obtain from these two equations or these two relations. So that will give me, say, g square plus f square. You know, it is obvious if you find some of the squares of these two, g square plus f square, you will get rho square cos square alpha plus rho square sin square alpha, and that gives you rho square. So I can replace from this that this implies, let me write, this implies rho square, that is g square plus f square. I am replacing the value of this rho minus c is positive. So this is the condition that the equation of the form r square minus 2r rho 2r into g cos theta plus f sin theta plus c is equal to 0 represents a circle. So if this condition is satisfied, then this equation is always a circle. So let me write down that thing as our important remark. So what I am writing here is the equation, let me write like this. This equation represents a circle. It represents a circle if the condition rho square, or rather g square plus f square minus c is positive. This condition must be satisfied. And not only this, in this case we also get the center and the radius of this circle. So the center, that is c rho alpha. You know what is rho here. To find the value of rho, you can go back to this this equation. See here, I can use this equation to find the value of rho. So this gives me rho is equal to square root of g square plus f square. So this gives me rho is equal to square root of g square plus f square. So that is one thing. And to find the value of alpha, just observe these two equations which are underlined, this and this. If you divide f by g, that rho will be cancelled and you will get sin alpha upon cos alpha, which is tan alpha. So tan alpha is equal to f upon g gives the value of alpha. So c rho alpha is nothing but square root of g square plus f square, that is the value of rho. And alpha, we know that tan alpha is f upon g. So this is tan inverse f upon g. So these are the coordinates, polar coordinates of the center. And the radius, which is obvious, radius a is given by square root of g square plus f square minus c. So you must remember these three things, that given an equation in the polar form like this, whether it is a circle or not. So first you have to check this condition after finding the value of the constants f, g and c from the given equation. Once this is satisfied, you can say it is a circle, and these two formulas gives you the coordinates of center, polar coordinates of center, and the value of the radius. Okay. So next we are going to obtain another polar equation of a circle. We also obtain various Cartesian equations, means in different forms for circles in higher secondary. So now I am going to obtain our second result, say theorem 2, like this. The statement is obtain the polar equation, of a circle having diametrical endpoints. They are also called extremities of diameter. Diametrical endpoints, say A r1 comma theta 1 and b r2 comma theta 2. Okay, obtain the polar equation of a circle having diametrical endpoints A and B. So it is very simple. Let us prove. What is the meaning here? First of all, let me draw a circle with diametrical endpoints A r1 theta 1 and B r2 theta 2. Say like this. Yes. Let us consider a circle. Okay. And let me keep it here. And this circle has diametrical endpoints A r1 theta 1 and B r2 theta 2. So what I am going to do is, let us draw a diameter of this circle. Say, yes. So this is diameter of the circle, and the coordinates of this diameter are given as A r1 theta 1, A r1 theta 1, and this is B r2 theta 2. And as I told you, whenever you want to obtain equation of say any object, we always take a variable point on this object. So I can take say any point P here. See, there are various proof. Okay, let us take P r comma theta be any point on this circle. Okay. What I am going to do here is, instead of using some other mathematical concept, let us make use of the equation available for the Cartesian coordinates. You know very well that in the Cartesian coordinates, the equation of a circle with diametrical endpoints x1, y1 and x2, y2 is x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equal to 0. So why not to use that? So it is very easy. Okay. So let me write like this. So suppose the Cartesian coordinates, of A and B are say x1 y1 and x2 y2 are x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. So what I am doing here is, I am taking the Cartesian coordinates of say this point A as x1 comma y1 and the Cartesian coordinates of the point B as x2 comma y2. So we know the relation between this x1 y1 r1 theta 1 and x2 y2 r2 theta 2. So let us use that relation. Okay. So then the relation between the Cartesian and polar coordinates, Cartesian and polar coordinates of A and B are, this relation we can write, as you know, as x1 is equal to r1 cos theta 1, okay, and y1 is equal to r1 sin theta 1, x2 is equal to r2 cos theta 2 and y2 is equal to r2 sin theta 2. We can also take the Cartesian coordinates of the point P. Let the Cartesian coordinates of the point P r comma theta be x comma y. So in this case we'll get the relation between this Cartesian and polar coordinates as x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So keep this in mind. This is our so you can call it equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. What I am going to use next is the Cartesian equation of a circle, okay, with diametrical endpoints x1 y1 and x2 y2. So I am writing like this. We know that the Cartesian equation or the equation of a circle with diameter or diametrical extremities say x1 y1 and x2 y2. That means if you are given the end points in the Cartesian coordinates, then the equation of the circle is x minus x1 into y minus y1 plus, sorry, not like this, is x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equal to 0. This is the Cartesian equation of a circle with diametrical endpoints x1 y1 and x2 y2. Let us put all the values from equation 1 and 2 in this and simplify. We know what is x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and so on. So let me substitute the values. This gives me r cos theta minus r1 cos theta 1, then r cos theta minus r2 cos theta 2, because x2 is equal to r2 cos theta 2, plus this y is equal to r sin theta into, minus r1 sin theta 1 into r sin theta minus r2 sin theta 2 equal to 0. So just it's a matter of simplification of this equation, and we'll simplify carefully. Say, let us consider this and this, that is r square cos square theta. Okay, so let me write this way. So taking this term and this term, r square cos square theta, then this and this term, that is r square sin square theta. So we'll get r square into cos square theta plus sin square theta. That is only these terms corresponding to r square. Now let us collect the terms containing r into r1. Let us think like this. So r into r cos theta, that you can obtain like this r1 cos theta 1 that we multiply with r cos theta. Okay, so you'll get I mean r into r1 into cos theta into cos theta 1. Okay, let me write it this way. And where are the other terms containing r into r1? The other terms are r1 sine theta 1 here, and this thing. So r1 sine theta 1 and r sine theta. So what I will get is minus r1 sine theta into sine theta 1. Okay, I am writing directly. So if you are not comfortable, you can write all the terms and correct the terms containing r into r1 together. The next step I am showing you is correct terms containing r into r2 together. So what you will get is r into r2. Let me use some other color so that you can understand. Say r into r2. Where is r into r2? This is r, and that we multiply with this r2. Okay, so r cos theta into r2 cos theta 2. So I will get minus r2 cos theta into cos theta 2. Okay, the same way there is other term containing r2 is this r2 in the second term is r2 minus r2 into sine theta into sine theta 2. Okay, so this is another group of terms. What remains is actually the terms containing r1 into r2. So what are the terms containing r1 into r2? So let me write those terms. This is r1 and this is r2. If you multiply these two, you will get plus r1 r2 cos theta 1 into cos theta 2. Okay, r1 r2 cos theta 1 into cos theta 2. And what else? This is again r1, and here also we have r2. So r1 r2 minus minus plus. So plus let me write here plus r1 r2 sine theta 1 into sine theta 2. Sine theta 1 into sine theta 2, and this is equal to 0. Okay, so let us simplify this. So what I will get from the first term, that is this, is simply r square. From the second group of terms, if you take minus r into r1 common, I will get minus r1 into cos theta 1 plus sin theta 1 is nothing but cos of theta minus theta 1. It is so cos theta 1, not theta 1 rather, let me remove this. Okay, so it is cos theta minus theta 2, yes, and sorry, it is theta 1 here. I am looking at this third group. So taking r2 common, minus r into r2 from this blue group, blue underlying group, that is r2 is common, minus r2 is common, and what remains is cos theta 2. So you'll get is cos theta minus theta 2, and finally from the last group, r1 into r2 cos theta 1 cos theta 2 plus sin theta 1 sin theta 2 remains in this last group. We get cos of theta 1 minus theta 2, and this is equal to 0. So this is the polar equation of a circle having diametrical endpoints. So this implies, let me write it again, r square minus, I can write like this also, minus r into bracket r1 into cos theta minus theta 1 plus r2 into cos theta minus theta 2, okay, plus r1 into r2 into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 is equal to 0. So which is the required polar equation? Which is the required polar equation of the circle. Okay. So we have derived the two polar equations, and next we are going to see the problems based on this polar equation of circle. Okay. Thank you.